Hey Cakenistas, it's Marisha. It is the season for baby showers. It's always in the spring when the weather is kind of perfect, not too cold, not too hot. A pregnant woman in the middle of a heat wave is scary. It's scary, and the discomfort, I'm sure, is real, is intense, is out of this world. This gender reveal cake is so cute because it is an ice cream cone drip cake. I thought that was a really cool idea. I feel like this is such an easy cake that you could even attempt to do for your own gender reveal if you even feel like doing all that. You know what? Scratch that extra egg on the do your own gender reveal cake. So you're gonna get your best friend or your sister or brother, whoever, just send them this video and be like, look, bow, just leave that right there. It is a drip cake. It's got some sprinkles on there. It's got 2 double scoop ice cream cones flipped upside down to make it look like it is dripping with gender reveal goodness. Blue and pink deliciousness. I did color the cake to represent the gender of the baby. So before you watch the rest of this video, go ahead, comment down below and tell me if you think it's gonna be a boy or a girl. Then I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Press on the notification bell, and then let's get started. Okay, Cakenistas, I'm starting off with my first layer of cake. As you can see, it is a beautiful bright pink, which means it's a baby girl. I did some simple syrup on here, and then I'm filling my layers with some cream cheese frosting. Check the description below for this recipe. And then the next layer, some more simple syrup, which you can also check that video for down below in the description. And then more cream cheese frosting, and then the last layer. I love doing gender reveals because I just feel like it's such an honor to be a part of that secrecy, to where you know the gender of the baby before the mother even knows, and oftentimes people will tell you or they'll get someone to tell you. So once I have my cake completely filled, I'm going to do my crumb coat layer. Then I'm going to chill it for about 30 minutes until the crumb coat layer is completely solid. After that, I can add my final layer of buttercream. This was such a big cake. This was actually an 8-inch cake, 3 layers, and it was probably about 5 inches in height. A really good size. Like, this is my favorite size for a party cake. Once we have all of the basics done, we're going to move on to the decorations. I took some white chocolate, added equal amount of white chocolate and heavy cream to make a ganache, and then I added some blue gel dye to that. Just a little drop will do you. So I'm going to take that, and then with the spoon, I'm just going to drizzle all around the cake. I would have liked to make the consistency a little bit thicker because I really wanted the drips to not hit the bottom. I like some of them to be shorter and then some of them to be longer. However, these all ended up hitting the bottom. So to change the consistency, just add more of the chocolate. And you can even whip it up a little bit longer, and that should make it thicker as well. But basically for our drips, we're going to do only half of the cake. And then when you're done dripping half of the cake, then go ahead and fill in the top part. Only half. Now moving on to the pink drip. This is actually pink candy melt ganache. It's just pink candy melts. I added a dot of pink food color, but it was already pink, and then equal parts of heavy whipping cream. Once again, just like we did on the blue side, we're going to fill in the other half with our drizzles, and then go ahead and fill in the top of the cake. Now I have some plain vanilla buttercream, not cream cheese frosting, because I don't really like to pipe with cream cheese frosting. It's a little bit too soft for that. So I went ahead and just made a plain vanilla buttercream and colored that blue and pink. And then I did 1 border of pink and 1 border of blue with a star piping tip. Next, you're going to take the frosting that you use for the border. You're going to add loads of confectioner sugar, probably about 1 cup of confectioner sugar to 1 cup of frosting. And it's going to get really, really thick, almost like the consistency of a soft fondant. You're going to put this in a large ice cream scoop, just pack it all in there, and then release that scoop onto an ice cream cone. I'm going to use this to put the first scoop right onto the cake. We're going to match up the pink with the pink and the blue with the blue. 2 scoops is always better than 1. 3 might get you in trouble, so I wouldn't, you know, be that bold as to try 3 scoops unless I had a little bit of support in there. But, you know, if you want to try it, tell me how that works out for you. So once you put that second scoop on top, you're just going to leave the cone right there and then move on to the other side. You know it was crazy? So I was gonna do a really thin final layer of buttercream because I just really like the look of semi-naked cakes when you can see that cake coming through. And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's a gender reveal cake. You have to really be careful about that when it's a reveal cake. You definitely want to make sure that none of the cake is showing, because that would have, oh my goodness, if I hadn't remembered that at the last minute, that would have ruined the whole entire thing. The last thing that I'm going to do is add some pink and blue sprinkles, and they have little cute hearts in them. Very fitting for the occasion. I've been speaking in a bad French accent all day, and I don't know why, but I feel like I can't stop. So this is pretty much the cake, you guys. The last thing was the little topper. It was just a piece of fondant, and I wrote by hand, "What's the scoop?" in cursive on, or semi-cursive, whatever you want to call that. And that just finished it off so beautifully. I love this cake because it's a little bit casual, it's super fun, it's colorful, and look, it's hot. It's as hot as beans simmering on the stove that your grandmother cooked. If you call it habichuelos, black eyed peas, look, it's hot outside, I'm sorry. Couture and an ice cream cone gender reveal cake. Bye guys. Honestly, the heat hasn't even come yet. That's what scares me. It's still spring. It hasn't even come yet. It hit 88 degrees outside for one day. Food started melting just sitting on the counter at my job. This cake was actually for my cousins who are having a baby, and so I have to dedicate this video to them. Hey cousin. Go ahead and comment down below and say hello, because I love it when you guys, you know, talk to me. I'm just literally waiting here for you guys to talk to me. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, Cakenistas.